Hi, this video will introduce you to the OATS assignment. I have asked you to create OATS for 1 week of our class, and you can choose any week you want, but I do ask that you complete this assignment by the firm deadline listed in the schedule, because completing it early will help you navigate this asynchronous class, figure out how much work you have to do and how much time you need to accomplish that work. It will help you be realistic with yourself about completing this course. To help you follow along, please open the sample OATS assignment that I have attached to this assignment page. The sample OATS document that I've attached to this assignment page. That's also available in the sample assignments folder in the help section of our Blackboard. You're welcome to pause the video as you have a look at my sample OATS to get a sense of what they look like. First of all, OATS is an acronym. Objectives, actions, time, and schedule. To begin, it's actually quite easy. The objective is what you're trying to accomplish. So look at the week you've chosen and identify what you need to accomplish that week. That should include assignments from our class as well as any work or personal obligations that you have. You'll see that my sample OATS contains a mix of both personal and work obligations. Next, let's talk about actions. To me, this is the hardest part of OATS because it's so easy to be overly general with this step. In the past, students have found that in order to complete their OATS past the objective stage, they needed more information to complete the objectives, they needed to know specific actions necessary, and they needed to know how much time those actions took. So you'll see that 2 of these 3 needs were all about the action section of OATS. So what does an action item look like? It should be something specific, like read chapter 1 rather than read for class, or choose an image for the rhetorical visual analysis rather than work on the paper. It's only by getting specific that you A, figure out what actions you need to accomplish the task, and B, begin to figure out how much time those actions take. Now that leads us straight to the third part of OATS, which is time. You might end up adjusting your estimates in this section as you learn more about your own working style and how long it takes you to read, write, or complete certain actions. You'll see that in my sample OATS, I've assigned each action item a number of Pomodoros because I structure my time using the Pomodoro technique, which you will learn about in this course if you haven't already done so. For example, I know that it takes me right around 2 Pomodoros to read one of our chapters in our textbook. You use whatever time management or whatever time measurement works best for you. You're not obligated to use Pomodoros for this assignment. Now you've probably noticed that I have 2 different sets of time next to each action item. The times to the right of the action items are how long I think it will take me to accomplish that action item. The times in the parentheses are the doubled amounts. In other words, however long I think it will take me to finish an action item, I have to double that for my schedule before I put it on my schedule. This is to build in space for life's interruptions that happen all the time. So let's say somebody wanders into your room to talk, or your car breaks down on your way home, or your internet goes down. Doubling the time you think you need for each action item allows you to prepare for these interruptions and reduces the amount of stress and panic you run into. And if you miraculously end up not being interrupted and you do finish your work within the original estimated time, then you can use that extra time to either A, move another action item into that spot on your schedule, or B, take a well-deserved break. And that brings us to our final step in OATS, which is schedule. All the work you've done on objectives, actions, and time is hard to use if you don't have a schedule where you can put that information. I personally use Google Calendar, as you can see in the sample OATS document. And I know my schedule is depressing during the academic year. I like Google Calendar because I have it synced with the Google Calendar attached to my Clemson email address, and I can access it on my web browser or on my phone, and it has a great notification system that I can tell you more about if you want. Some people prefer a hard copy schedule in the form of a planner or a physical calendar, and that's fine too. The important thing is that you have a place where you can keep track of your time and when you need to do things. And it's important to put non-work items on your schedule there too. You'll notice that I've blocked out chunks of time on Tuesday and Thursday mornings to take care of myself and my dog. It's important that I don't schedule things during that time so that I don't lose my mind. And don't forget to include commuting times in your schedule as well. I once worked for a dean who had to sit me down because I managed her calendar, and she told me I had to stop scheduling meetings back to back because she needed time to walk physically from one meeting to another one. And so if one meeting ended at 1 p.m., she couldn't be at the next meeting at 1 p.m. So if you have a commute time, you probably won't be able to do any of your action items during that time unless you take the bus or ride with someone. So anyway, be realistic about when you actually can be doing work and when you just can't be doing work. And now you have it. Developing OATS for 1 week should help you put your life, work, play, and everything in between into perspective in a way that will help you understand how to handle this asynchronous online course. To complete this assignment, look for the What to Do section of the page where you found this video.